So apparently the first reviews for Far From Home, Spider-Man are in, and I was having like the weird realization that I'm like, it comes out on next Tuesday. That's kind of weird. Well, I guess Aaron and I can go down to Pate and see it, you know, the weekend of like the 7th or whatever, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7. So, you know, the 6th, 7th, you know, in between my birthday and the 4th. The 4th. That's why they're releasing it on the 2nd, so they could get it into theaters so people can spend money on their requisite day off. But it was like, that's why they're doing it. And not releasing it on like a Friday or something. This is gonna be your first 4th, our first 4th, because you left after. Our first non-existent 4th. It's literally going to be a Thursday around here. Like, that would have, you know, if we'd have gone playoffs and stuff, that probably would have been a practice for me at night. And I've been standing there going, I'm expecting fireworks right now, and there are none.
I made the joke the other day to one of my colleagues, oh yeah, that's just Tuesday. And they didn't understand it, so I had to explain it.
Did you explain why it's more funny to me? I mean, I understand the whole generalized, it's just a Tuesday. But you know why it's way more funny to me?
Buffy?
Okay, you have a Buffy thing. Everything was being installed on the Enterprise B on Tuesday. Doesn't arrive till Tuesday.
Right.
That's why it's funny to me. I understand the whole idea as to why it's like, there's nothing special about Tuesday. Wednesday's the middle of the week. Monday starts the week. Thursday, I don't know. But yeah. Friday's the end of the week. But Tuesday, there's literally nothing special about it. So, yeah. So one of the things I'm starting to, it's a weird sample set. But I'm starting to look at the consistency of thunderstorms and how fast something becomes uninteresting to me. Thunderstorms will still probably make it interesting, but I'm not like, just like staring out the window for hours anymore. I'm going about my business. But when I see a big flash, I kind of go, yee! So they're never going to be uninteresting to me. But this is sort of like, how long does it take for me to just sort of accept something as regular?
Much longer than it does for me.
If it's uninteresting and regular, I usually don't put it on the video. Or talk about it. To be fair, we've also been like here almost a year, and there was like 3 or 4 significant thunderstorms in August. Like there was one that you slept through in the hotel room at Casa, or was it Casa? Not Casa. Student hotel. The one night we were there. But it was strange because I wasn't even expecting a thunderstorm that night because, again, I had not even, like, I wasn't even here 3 hours.
Yeah.
I was, because we got to the hotel, we actualized me, we walked to Taco Mundo, which was a nice sunny, well, it wasn't sunny at the time, it was like midnight, you know, it was dark, and it was warm, because it was still the end of the heat wave, but then, like, I think it was just the storm had, you know, and then we got back to the room, and by like 1:30, I was, because I hadn't slept in 30 hours.
Yeah.
So I just passed out, but now it's just sort of like, if the lightning gets a little too big and too flashy and I have trouble sleeping, I do like what the Russian did with the meteor. I just stand up, just close the blinds, whatever. Pets would be like, the world is ending around you. Yeah, no, I need to go to sleep. Which then brings back the idea that this was a real story, that there's a picture of a guy mowing his lawn in the middle of a tornado storm and he was keeping an eye on it. Real story. Like, I actually saw the post-interview where they found the guy and he's like, you can't live in fear of tornadoes around here.
Yeah.
Alright, it is hella freaking windy out here. I have a while back, I was exploring around and walked up to what I thought was going to be Olympic Stadium, wound up walking somewhere else, and then got nervous about ever taking a tram, and not the metro, so I walked across Amsterdam, through Museumplein. once I got there. This here is good old Prometheus. There's a thing at the bottom in English and Dutch. Sat there and read that. Olympic Hotel. There's more of the stadium. Something smells real good around here. So yeah, I came down here because I saw a bunch of green space. I'm gonna look around a little bit more. Because I'm trying to find places to do like sprints within Amsterdam. I don't care if I got a bike to them. I'll take my cleats and I'll take my ladder to a place where I could do it. I mean, I just spent 20 minutes biking across Amsterdam to the Olympic Stadium. So, I mean, I'll come out. Maybe I should go check out Sport Park Sloten. See what's free out over there. Be a nice day for all that jazz. Yeah, let's do that. All right, out of some ridiculously confusing directions, because, well, let's just say, apparently my pocket decided to change my directions. Not necessarily change my directions, my final stop was still Sport Park Sloten. But for some reason, on my path, it decided to add a stop at a tattoo parlor in Berlin. So I started following directions, and I realized I was going further away from Schiphol, which is, I mean, the park here is, yeah, anyways. So I finally pulled out my phone, and I looked, and it was just like many, many days until my thing. I was like, what the hell are you? Ah, tattoo. Okay. Cancel stop, you were 11 minutes away. Okay, let me backtrack about 7 minutes, because I was almost there. I found a field, but I'm not sure about its public use. It's nice turf. I mean, obviously it's just been, can you guys see the lines? It's just been raked. So that's what I'm thinking on right now. I found a nice little, like, green space, but that wound up being a golf course. Like this. Wonderful green space. Nice and mowed. Well, yeah. There's a small golf course around this whole thing. Obviously not too big. It's a nice structured field here. That one just said field 4. So, could be anything. Crusaders Field is down here. As well as a second field, it's got uprights. That was the one that they all practiced at, that they were warming up at for the, yeah. Crusaders Field is over there. This is the one that everyone was warming up at. Like, because there was something wrong with the field, and yeah. So it looks like they're in the process of building another field right next to, I mean, it would be nice to have a second football field, you know? There aren't many with uprights in the Netherlands on top of that. Poor Groningen has to share it with a rugby field, and that's, we know that issue. I think George is like, well, there's nothing wrong with the field. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a lot of things in this world if you... Like, I've told Willie about it, but if he still saw that field, he would raise a fuss. I think that's when he should probably come visit. He should probably come do our away game to Groningen next year, and then he can go out to the bars and have a wonderful time drinking away. There's a field right there too, but it's when the clubhouses are right next to it is when I get a little bit worrisome. And that one over there doesn't have a clubhouse attached to it. Maybe I should just... I've done a lot of biking today. I've done a lot of cardio. I should probably even do more cardio. Maybe go from here to Bijlmer? Go down to Decathlon? See if I can find a longer ladder? Could be cool. Oh boy. See, there's a thin field here, but that's like thin turf. See, and then this is like a blank field, but it's got golf balls on it. I'll have to check with Sport Park Sloten, figure out which of these fields, because I'll ride the bike down here. I'll take the train, I'll ride the bike to thing, and I'll take the what you call it all the way to Joud and ride the bike here instead of riding the whole distance. But I gotta figure stuff out. I got a whole like 3 months. I don't have to train today. But you feel me, right? I feel like I'm slacking off. It's a velodrome. You know, let's go have some food at down at Bilemer. Let me pull my headphones back out. Yeah. All right, that was a 45-minute bike ride. So yes, the training ladders do snap on to other ones, as it says right here. I don't really want to pull the one out of my backpack because it might look like I'm stealing it, but I'm not. But I don't want to pay another 20 euros for a ladders I have to put together. Whereas I could probably just get one from a bigger store. Amazon, DE even. You get a long one for probably 15. Even their little angled ones up there, the red ones, orange ones, they're not that long. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're just like so stupid. Like, plus I want the one with more boxes. Plus the boxes are much more rectangular than I would like. Like the club has one, and you know, if we had our goose practices or whatnot, but you know, I'd really like to. I can do all this stuff at Oster Park. That's not a problem. With cones, it's just that I want something just a little more flat for sprints. I don't want to hit a hole in Oster Park, whereas I can find a small area to do ladder drills and stuff like that. Probably even do ladder drills in the gym. But yeah, I'm down here. I'm going to swing over to Bilemer, and I'm at Bilemer. I was farther away at Sport Parks. So the thing is I went to the Olympic Stadium, and then I went to Sport Park Sloten. So basically I had a medium stopover, and then this one was, let's just go back the entire other direction for 45 minutes. I will put the Google Maps, what I've done is currently 4 o'clock. And I haven't eaten anything since like 11, so I'm going to go over to Albert Heijn, and I'm going to get something to eat. Because dinner tonight is probably not going to be too terribly much, and then I'll just go over here, and then eat something. I've been sweating up a storm. The benefit of the bike is that the breeze just like sucks it all off, but now I'm like in sword, and it just... And so... that's what's going on with that. How much are each of these? These are little raise 'em up hurdles. Like, it's cool they have them, but it's just like, you're robbing me. Because when I had the pack of hurdles on my list, it was like $10 and I got 5, and they were metal. These are plastic yet adjustable, and like $6.99 each. Like, these things are useful for football also, so I don't know why. Maybe I should buy a second football while I'm here. American football, pigskin. Ooh, that feels good.